There we go, killing the music, and we are now live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So actually, let me switch over to our actual live screen. Now we've got everybody here. Yoink.
Hello, goodbye. Hello.
Much better. Okay. So we are here. Obviously, we've had some shuffling around with games, mostly due to the holidays and whatnot. That tends to happen around this time of year. So it is unavoidable. I do apologize. But we have most everybody here today. Oh, and I've got the hiccups again. Good grief. But outside of that, and I don't think, this is November. So we have XP to do.
Yes, we do.
So I don't have anything. So Todd, why don't you take it away?
All right. So we did October XP, didn't we? Did we correct or no?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are we rolling for this? Is it a D?
Wait, do we have birthdays?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was gonna
think we
ask birthdays.
I don't think we have any birthdays for November.
Lame.
That's a
When is
bummer.
Mickey's birthday?
Not till December.
All right. So we'll have one next month for her then. Okay. All right. So is it just a D6 that we're rolling?
It is typically it's a D4 plus 1.
All right. So who wants to roll for us today?
Who's got a D4 handy?
I can just do it on Google.
I got you.
Google
You
it.
got it?
Stacy,
Yep.
Stacy for the win.
give us some good XP.
I'm like, it's the new dice. I'm sorry, it's a 1.
Oh,
Well,
yay.
that'll
So
be
it's
50 for
2.
Well, we got a good grab bag last month.
Yeah.
We did.
And we'll have more next month with Missy's birthday. So
And so just as an FYI, we are experiencing some problems with the stream for uploading to Twitch and whatnot. I don't know what exactly is going on, but if it gets really bad, I'll just upload the recording. The recording, if it's fine, I have no problem hearing or seeing you guys.
yeah, I just looked at Twitch. It's frozen on screen right now. It's not even kind of glitchy.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I can't do a whole lot about it, unfortunately.
All right, no worries. So when we left our intrepid adventurers, we had left. Who do we have here? Montana and Yeva had just finished a gun battle on the freeway, and they were leaving the scene of the battle with a police officer that was friends with Frankie and Johnny, who was driving them off away from the scene. Our friends, who we got? Kagami and Jen had just been taken through the back wall entrance of a dojo. They heard practicing behind the walls, and they've been set up in rooms there. They've been told where each other is staying, and they're going to have a meeting soon. And Katamaros and William had just finished up a battle against some Banes in the middle of a cairn. They pretty big battle because the things they were fighting were pretty powerful. So they're licking their wounds and healing themselves at this point. So we've got extremes. We've got two relaxing and just in some rooms and just chilling. We've got two that just escaped the battle, and then two that just, handed the asses to some people and got their butts kicked too. But they survived that battle very well. So as far as honor and glory, that was very good defending a cairn. I'd like to start with Kanamara and William here because we started with them last time as well. So Kanamara, you took quite a bit of damage, and you guys are resting. How are you healing from this damage? Because you can't heal from aggravated. Are you just resting, or what are you doing?
And that's all I can do. And if I remember correctly, you can still heal one a day.
Right.
So that's all I'm focused on doing at this point. Outside of him resting and giving me mother's touch, or whatever, if he still had that available.
Yeah, William said that he was going to he needed to rest first. So
right.
He was saying that watch over him. He's going to rest and relax. Just snooze out, and once he's slept for a bit, he'll be able to use mother's touch on both of you at that point to heal both of you. So that kind of leaves you alone in the cairn, and it's kind of dead quiet. You have the bodies of the Banes that you killed, they all dispersed, and so the rancid smell that was associated with their death has dissipated as well. So the vegetation that they touched is truly dead. There's where the bodies hit the ground. It's as if not acid had hit it, but more like just decayed. Like age withered. Do you what are you doing? Are you gonna walk around and investigate the cairn? Or are you just gonna watch over William as he sleeps, or?
That's all I'm gonna do right now. I'm not really fit to be patrolling, although it's probably what I would prefer to do. I would rather not lose somebody and make sure he's safe and be rested myself as best as possible.
Okay. Do you have any type of meditation that you might do, or are you just gonna sit like cross-legged on the ground, or like?
Yeah, no, nothing special.
Okay.
No.
Forest-wise, it's quiet. You don't hear animals stirring. You would know that the sounds of your battle and the evil of what you had fought has scared away everything that's mundane in this area. If it's any type of battle like this would have scared creatures away, but because of the context of the battle as well, has kind of nothing's going to approach at this point. So you'll sit here for a good couple hours, and it's just quiet. You can hear the wind coming through the forest at this point. It's getting darker, and it's sun is setting. Do you start a fire at all? I mean, the opening above the cairn there, so it's open to the sky. You can see the stars and everything. Well, it's dusk. There's no stars yet, but you can see the canopy of the forest above you. But you can definitely see it's getting darker out.
No, I'm gonna keep a cold camp just in case.
Okay. So no fire, nothing. So
yeah.
Okay.
Don't want
So,
to draw any undue attention, just in case there's something else out there.
and that's smart because you don't know what's out there at
Right.
this point. A good if you're just gonna like be on duty and just kind of relax and watch, and maybe every now and then stretch your legs, just you're waiting for William to wake up. It's a good 6 hours that goes by, and then it's probably about 9 o'clock at night, and he starts to stir and he starts to wake up. He's groaning, but not like a dying groan kind of thing. It's just like
Pain.
yeah, it's pain. So he's groaning as he's stirring and he's waking up. And you can and it's dark. It's pitch dark outside. The moon is probably it's a 1/4 moon, so there is some moonlight coming through. You can't see the moon through the canopy, but you do moonlight is coming through the canopy, and you do see stars outside. And it's just and because of where you are in the middle of nowhere, you see a lot of stars. You can probably see even like the Milky Way above you, off to the side. It's very clear where you're at. William starts to stir, and he's just like, "Catamaris, are you here?"
Yes.
He's like, "Has anything stirred?"
I'm just going to take a moment to look around.
Because it's been 6 hours. He's been out for a while, so
I have seen insects.
so nothing else is approached. I think okay. I think Mother Gaia is watching over us at this point.
One would hope.
He stretches up. He stands up. When he, I should have said this. When he rested, he was in bear form. When he rested, when he went to sleep, he slept in bear form.
Okay.
So he wasn't like in Hamid or anything like that. So he went from Krynos and he was in bear form. So now when he wakes up, he changes from bear form back into his large human form at that point. And so he's just stretching, moving around. Give me a perception check on him, just because you're looking around, but you're just watching him basically because it's something to watch after 6 hours. So
so perception and alertness.
Yeah.
Difficulty
6.
I have 2.
All right. So it's dark, but he's wincing in pain, but at the same rate, if you get closer to him, you'll notice that his wounds, like the claw mark for what he had, and the antler that went through his shoulder, it's scarred. It's not like it's not completely healed. It's not erased, but there's pink scar tissue there that the wounds are closed on him. He stands up, and you've stopped bleeding. You used basic medical care on yourself, but all his wounds are closed at this point. And he's looking at himself, and he's just like, Gaia has taken care of me. He goes, this is odd, but I can heal you with Mother's touch.
Very well.
So I am.
It does not remove the scars.
What is that?
It does not remove the scars.
No. It will mend you, but it does not.
Good.
The signs of battle will be there. I am not going to lick you. It
is appreciated.
But so it is a saliva based healing. So he's licking his hand, and so he's like, it's just this is the gift that I have been given. This is how I heal.
I see. Do what you will with your moist hands. just keep them on the wounds.
Yes, I will heal and touch what is needed. So he comes up to you, and it's a slobber coated hand. It's just, and he's just rubbing it on you, and it's just like he's just as uncomfortable with this as you are. Like he's just putting his hand across you, and he's like, I apologize for the awkwardness of this, but this is the gift that I have been. This is how I heal.
I understand. I am familiar with it. I do not have it, but I am familiar with it.
So he covers you and everything at that point. He seems a little like he seemed well rested, but after he does it,
Mm-hmm.
he seems kind of tired again. Because he's used with Mother's Touch, he's used magic at this point, and
Lot of gnosis.
right. So
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
so he's a little bit worn out, but he's also refreshed at the same time. And he's like, how he goes, how long have I been out?
I do not have a timepiece on me, but as the stars and daylight go, I would say between 5 to 6 hours.
5 to 6 hours. All right. So it is not yet midnight. I had a dream that I must share with you. There, I have spoken to you that others are going to be joining us, and we are going to travel from this cairn to a new location. I understand that you have been led. That is why you are here. Is this correct?
I am not clear on the particulars, but that I am here on Gaia's will.
So,
among other things.
More to this path is that we are supposed to bring others of the cousins of the guru to heal this land. For this land is in and of itself has fallen apart in many ways, and Gaia, for generations, has tasked the guru to do this, and now it has come to us to continue this task. So
in these Pure Lands, I'm told that's what they're referred to as.
Yes. We are supposed to come to train, to unite as a team and as a new family. For we are extremely different, the ones that are coming. And from what I understand, all the ones that are supposed to be joining us are now within this landmass, this continent of North America. They are all here now. So that is, if I am to interpret the dream properly, there are two have landed on. I would assume it is a plane, because a metal bird has taken them from one land to this land. There are two others that were in a metal box that are also traveling this way. And there are two. The ones from the metal bird are in some type of nest. I don't interpret dreams. I just but if I were to, the metal bird, I think, is a plane, and the metal box might be some type of vehicle.
So they are all coming here by gifts of the Weaver.
Yes. They are converging on
Alarming.
where the land meets the water. They are converging there in a nest. so Gaia has directed me that I am supposed to make a bridge between this cairn and that nest to lead them here, so that the terms of the weaver tools are not bringing them here. It's more the gifts of the wild and Gaia herself that are bringing them here.
I will leave your understanding of the dreams up to you. That it sounds very well. It sounds interesting.
Yes, it's I'm sure it is. There, the Korax that spoke to you earlier, it was Sean. That was the one that spoke to you earlier. That he comes and goes within the family. Is that who spoke to you earlier? He stank of like a burned herb.
Yes, the one that was rather high on natural opiates.
Yes. He is supposed to bring something here to me this evening. If I interpret that part of the dream correctly, and I don't know, it should be before dawn. So
Charming.
Well, you two don't get along with each other, so I would recommend at this point, if you now would be a good time for you rest, and I will take over watching and waiting for Sean to arrive, and I'll discuss with him before you wake up. But now would be a good time for you to heal and rest.
Very well. So I'm just going to find a spot maybe 5-6 feet adjacent to wherever it was I had been. Preferably something I can back myself up to a tree if necessary. If not, the cairn stone itself.
Okay.
And lay out on the ground.
Yeah, you can do. So the tree is the outskirts of the cairn. It's like circled by trees and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a clearing in the cairn stone.
The bond, yeah.
Right, and then there's the totem in the very center as well. But you're not going to lean against that. That's not respectful. But yeah, like an outer tree would be a good place for you to go.
Okay, that's fine.
While you're doing that, you can see himself busying himself clearing the cairn of all brush and overgrowth that has gone within the cairn.
Okay.
He's busying himself clearing that out. So he's just basic cairn maintenance.
Gotcha.
So it's been overrun by years, but he's changed into his his glabro form, the bear form of glabro. So it's like half Krynos, half human.
Right.
He's just in between forms.
He's half bear.
So it's just easier for him to maneuver, and he has more strength, but he can still he can talk as needed. If
sort of.
Right. Yeah. Well, he can talk a lot more than Krynos, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, that's fine. I'll let Baloo get at it and get to sleep.
Yes. That is exactly where he's at.
He can go pick himself some prickly pears and pawpaws.
So you fall asleep to him cleaning the cairn, and it's natural noises. So it's not like, it would keep you awake if he was using tools. But the fact that he's just moving it around and everything, this is something that you're used to. You're used to that, just natural labor. So, you are out for quite a bit of time. While you're asleep, you have a dream in your sleep at this point. Do you remember that initial dream that you had that had it was the man that kind of looked like like half coyote kind of person that was in the shadow that you saw in the distance? So that man is present with 3 others, and they are in what appears to be a very large nest, but in the nest there appears to be different pockets or cavities within the nest. So instead of like the nest and they're in the bowl of the nest, they're in like the woven part of the nest, the outside part of the nest.
Okay.
Yeah, so and each one of them is in a separate pocket. So like you see them within the nest and just pocketed out. You also see a metal box that is that's moving along. It's like a lighted string, like it's almost like a string that's lit. And think of like you ever seen the Christmas light ropes? So it's like a rope that has lights inside of it.
I have, yes.
Okay, that's in your dream. That's what you see. You see this metal box that's going along a lighted rope like that in your dream.
More Weaver tech. Wonderful.
What was that?
I said more Weaver tech. Wonderful.
Exactly, Weaver tech. So this
getting
is
more alarming by the moment.
There are, and within that box, there are 5 beings inside the box going along this. And there's other boxes around, but you're focused on that one box that if you were to, within the dream, the ropes go all in different directions, but there is one rope that is brighter than the rest that appears to be going to the nest. So where the other ones are at that within the nest, so this box is traveling towards that nest, but it could take other paths. So like the one well lit one is going towards the nest, but there are other it could go down other paths, but it seems as though it's traveling in that direction.
I'm going to see if I can, in my dream, mimic what I saw the children doing in front of the TV and turn the cable box.
Oh, like turn the channel? When you're attempting to change the channel, your entire arm is like it just entered an electrified field. So like you're not electrocuted, but it's like grabbing a light. If you've ever it's between electricity. So like if you're grounded and electricity goes through you and flows through your body, you feel the travel of power.
We have a light switch that does that here. Yes, I know.
Yeah. So you go to change the channel and you feel that power going through your arm. And the longer you're trying to like your arm would start to go numb as you're trying to change the channel.
Okay.
So do you continue to try to change the channel?
No, of course not. It didn't work.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah, that was my one test with Weaver Tech. I'm done. Fuck this shit. Guy better have some appropriate answers because this ain't making any sense.
There's a passage of time, and then you wake up on your own, and you hear a low conversation. It's between William and another voice. And this is actual the real world at this point. So you're actually waking up.
Gotcha. I'll stay laying down, but I'll just stir and turn my head to see if I can see what I can see.
Okay. So William's standing there. He is all he's wearing is pants. And he's talking to another guy. You can tell from the smell it's probably Sean. And so like William's talking. He's like, and you can hear Sean going like,
I basically hear stoner peanuts.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So I don't quite make out what he says, but instead of wah wah wah, it's wah 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 wah.
So he's doing his stoner peanuts going on, and William's doing his talk, a little grizzly talk. And they're far enough away that you can't hear them talking, but they're not. Give me an intelligence roll, just pure intelligence.
Okie dokie. Difficulty?
It's 6. It's easy.
Oh, I got all 3.
Nice.
Yes, I only had 3.
You know that they're being quiet out of respect to you, not quiet as in hiding things from you.
Oh,
Does that make
that's
sense?
fine.
So but how you wake up to that, are they trying to keep secrets from you, or are they being respectful to trying to keep you? So you wake up to hearing them talk in low tones, knowing that they're not trying to keep secrets from you.
Sure.
They're just trying not to wake you up is all.
That's fine.
So you continue to hear them talk, and you're waking up. So what do you do?
Rise, I guess, at this point and just stretch. I'm not really going to acknowledge them. I'm just going to get up and adjust myself.
So you hear now Sean now talks louder. He's like, dude, I told you he's awake, man. Cat, are you okay? You all right over there, man?
I am doing well, although for as much urban scent that you or suburban scent that you seem to carry, you are overpowering the cairn.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's natural, man. It's from the earth, so it's
Oh,
all
no. This is natural.
right. But no, it's like I'm not. It's all right. Gaia has led me here. I have um um we've brought in some of the animals, and they've helped clear the clearing, and we are good here now. Um, so what we need to do is, you've been out like man for a while.
I would imagine.
Yeah. So it's we got maybe 2 hours till sunrise. So this is the time to open the moon gates. Um,
Ah,
so this is uh I'm refreshed and I am ready. William here, and he's patting him on the back, and like it's like you like maybe reach up to his shoulder here. He's like, William here, he's done a good job, man. It's good. You should see him. He's like freaking Dr. Doolittle talking to the animals in here, man. They were like walking up, and he's like rah rah, and they're like rah rah, and then they were moving stuff around together, and oh man, it was impressive, you know.
I'm just going to look down at my scars and just smile up proudly to him as he's just prattling on.
Oh yeah. So like he said, you guys like battled like Banes and stuff, man.
It more's the pity you are not here to earn more of Gaia's favor.
No, I'm not. I'm a lover, not a fighter, man. I mean, I can make my wings like whatcha! I can have the feather blades come out and stuff, but I don't like doing that, man. I can fly fast. That's my deal.
I
Um,
see.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I called that Chinese guy. I talked to him.
What is a
And
Chinese?
what's that?
What is a Chinese?
Dude, where have you been, man? Um,
Is that
the Asian guy. He
I'm
lives in
assuming this
China?
is a nationality.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's like I don't know if he's from China or not, but his ancestors are.
Very well, then. It is a place not here.
Right.
Carry
Yeah,
on.
dude, you're in North America, man.
So I am told.
Yeah. Okay. All right, catching up. All right. Okay, so like okay, I was talking to Chinese guy, calling him on the phone, and he said that there are people there, and they're waiting for others, and that we're supposed to get the moon gate going so that they can bring them here. So like, have you traveled, on a moon gate before? Have you done that? Yeah.
Let us just say yes.
All right. Well, we'll say yes then. Yes. I like that. Okay, so yeah. So time on moon gates is different. Like you can travel like dude thousands of miles in like minutes and stuff like that. Or
I
like
may not know what a Chinese is, but I am very familiar with the Umbra and Umbral travel.
All right, so I don't need to explain that to you. So, okay,
No, you do not.
we're going to open the door on our side, okay? And they're going to open the door on their side to connect together, right? And then they're going to travel here. And then once they're here, we're going to chill for a bit and then get that moon gate going to the next spot where you guys are all going to chill. I'm not going on round 2. I'm just going on round 1. Okay. So I'm going to get out there, go get the chicks and the dudes, get them out here, and get them going. All right. So you got to help. I can't open the gates. That's you and Billy here. Okay. You guys got to
Right.
work on opening the gate, get me through so I can get back. All right. Can you do that? So you're good with that? You know all those rituals and all that?
That is
William?
what quote unquote Billy is here for.
William just walks up and just like kind of grabs him on the top of the head, and he's like, Sean, we have this. Why don't you take a nap now? Relax and rest. I will use my gnosis with Katamaros, and together we will open the moon gates. And when we are ready, we will send you through to retrieve the others, so you may bring them back here. So at this point, we just need you to sleep. He's like, dude, got it handled. Sleepy time, it is. So, Kelmars, that tree you were on, dude, that looks comfy. I'm gonna go. Can I? Is it all right if I chill in that spot while you guys do your thing here?
Of course. You don't have any sort of marking ritual or anything I need to be aware of, do you?
No, I mean you didn't piss on the tree or anything like that, did you? You're like,
No, if I had, you would know.
yeah, I can probably smell that stuff. All right. So okay, I'm gonna go nappy nap. I'm gonna go hide over here because I'm tired, man. I've been up for a while. All right. You guys do your thing. I'll do my thing. Wake me up when you're ready. All right.
We will wake you up before we go.
Okay. All right. I don't know what that means. All right. That's cool. All right. Thanks. So he walks over, he lies down next to the tree, and he's out.
Okay.
So William at this point is just, he's like, this ritual is, I all I need from you at this point is to lend your gnosis to make the ritual happen.
And you will have it.
So
Is it too late to advise that that guy has spoken to me in my dreams, and I have discovered his breed name?
What have you discovered?
He is narration of Gaia.
Sean is narration of Gaia, or
Did you not hear him prattle on?
yeah, I guess I that would. All right. So you had it. What did you see in your dream?
I saw a cable box
Cable box. Okay. What else did you see?
with lots of cables.
So a metal box, lots of cables. All right. Anything else?
I don't presume to understand my dreams all that much. That's not,
fine.
as you can tell, that is not my particular gift.
That's fine. I mean, it just maybe Gaia is showing us that we are following her steps at this point. So
Presumably so.
Let's work on just getting what we need ready for the ritual to happen. I if we can, through our gnosis bonding, get an ancestral spirit to come, it will make this so much easier at this point. So we'll see what we can do towards making that happen. Because that would be a definite blessing from Gaia if we can have an ancestral spirit or elemental come within this cairn.
I concur.
So I'm going to leave you guys there. So he is working with you on that, working on the ritual and everything. All right. Let me get to Brittany. All right. So Brittany, you are in the car. You are being driven away. I can't remember the police officer was an off-duty officer or if he was driving the actual a police officer car.
I didn't write that down.
Okay. So I'll say it was just a regular cop car that showed up. So when he showed up, Francis and Luciano, they know him. So they're like, okay, let's go with him. And he's like, I got these guys. And so the four of you get in his car, and he drives you guys off. Francis sits in the front seat with him. The two you ladies are in the back seat with Luciano in the back. So the guys are quiet at first. He's driving away, and then like maybe 5 minutes after leaving the scene and driving, he's like, all right, sir, where are we going? Where am I taking you? And Francis is just like, we just lost our ride. We were taking the ladies to talk. I don't feel comfortable driving very far in this vehicle. So he's like, and he says he just kind of leans it back towards the three of you in the back seat. And he's like, Luciano, I need you to get us another ride and find out where we're going from here, because the fact that we were followed from the club, there's more to this that I don't understand what's going on. So you get us another ride and we'll go from there. He's like, you got it, boss. So Luciano picks up the phone. In the back seat, Brittany, where would you sit? Like, I don't know where Montana would sit. Would she sit more like in the middle? Would you be in the middle? Like, where would you want to sit?
Probably on the window side, but
Okay, so we'll put you on the window side. We've got Montana in the middle, and then Luciano's
okay.
on the other window at that point. Okay, Luciano's directly behind Francis, and you're directly behind the driver at that point.
All right.
Luciano's on the phone, and he starts speaking in Italian, and he's just like, he's kind of like, he's quiet about it, but he doesn't care if anybody overhears him. He's just talking. And then he hangs up the phone. He's like, all right. We need to go to Stapley Street. We need to go to. We're gonna go over to the old Circle K, and we got a vehicle there. Somebody will be there, and we'll switch it out. So you guys are driving. It doesn't take very long. Maybe about a 15-20 minute drive. Montana's in the back seat with you. She's just doing small conversation with you at this point. She's just like, so what brought you to the club in the first place?
We went over this. I was looking for the guy.
That's right, Lancaster. That's kind of why I was there as well. And she's talking quiet with you, but like, I mean, the guys are here. She's talking quiet with you, and she's just like, I think we're gonna be okay, but I don't know exactly where we're going at this point. I know we've just met, but if we kind of need to exit the situation, I'm thinking the two of us can go our own way. And these guys can go their way.
I'm with you on that.
So after she's whispering all this to you, she kind of sits up and she puts her hand on Luciano's shoulder. She's just like, so where are we going exactly? She's just kind of like, massaging his shoulder and everything. And he's like, oh, well, we're trying to change cars out because this one's a little too inconspicuous there, little lady. So we gotta get out to this new vehicle. I'm gonna drive that one too, and the boss will be in there. Just you ladies, we're gonna figure out, I don't know, plan J. I think we're way past plan B at this point. So
we can't go to that place that you were planning to take us.
You're gonna go to the hidey hole, but if
we just got to take the scenic route.
I don't know if we're going to the same hidey hole at this point, because if they were following us.
Oh, you have more than one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course we got more than one hidey hole. This is our city there,
Fair enough.
So we've got a lot scattered out. It's what we do.
It's what we do.
I think there's talk that we might need to go somewhere else. So
did you recognize the fellow that was following us?
They were friends of Mickey's.
Oh, Mickey the rat.
Well, yeah, not the rat. He was he was a menace. He was he did his own thing. And so
Oh,
so I'm pretty sure because if you saw the carnage that was in the car after it flipped, the way they were healing, I mean the boss, he did a double tap on both of them with some silver bullets in there, but like pretty sure that guy that was driving was a Black Spiral. So yeah, we got some massive shit going down at this point. But Joey up here, he's kin, but I don't think he needs to hear everything we're talking about at this point. So like you want to talk movies, you want to talk TV, we can do that, but
yeah.
Maybe we stop the conversation at this point.
Save the real talk for later.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you guys are driving along. Frankie's talking, Francis, he's talking quietly in the front seat with Joey. They're talking back and forth. He turns back to Luciano, talks to him in Italian for a bit. And Luciano's like, he says to Montana, he's like, hey, I'm sorry, I got to make some phone calls because if I'm driving, I'm not going to be able to do these phone calls once we get to the car. So, girls, chat with yourselves. I got to be busy. Sorry. So he gets back on the phone and he's just chatting away, and he's making lots of phone calls. Like, he doesn't text at all. He'll get on the phone and maybe do like a conversation that's like 4 words and he hangs it up, and then he'll get on the phone and maybe do like a couple sentences. And it's like the way normal people will text. I send a text here, I send a text there, a lot of different directions. He's doing that just a lot of separate phone calls. So call, hang up, call, hang up, call. So it's just it's odd for you because this is how you would text people, or this is how you would email
Well,
people.
I mean, on one hand, yeah, like as a regular person, yeah, but I know enough about security to know that this leaves less of a trail, or at least, I mean, the calls will leave a trail, but it's less likely to be intercepted
Right.
later.
So you guys are driving along. Montana just does a little bit of small chat when you're going. I mean, she just doesn't seem to be interested in the drive at all. But you do notice she's hyper alert to where you're going. She's acting like she doesn't care what's going on, but if you'll notice that she's watching street signs, she's watching where you're going, she's very aware of where you are, but at the same rate she's kind of acting as if she's not really paying attention. But you are always paying attention, so you'll notice that she's also doing the same thing. So even though she's not acting that way, she's obviously doing it. She's just, the guys aren't picking up on that because they're doing their own thing, but you sitting next to her notice that she's doing this.
Sure.
You guys, you're off the freeway, you're driving through small streets at this point, and you get to a Circle K. You pull up, there's a guy in the car just when the car is running. When you arrive, Luciano hangs up the phone. He's like, all right, we're here. Joey, hey, thanks for the ride. Thanks for everything, man. And he's like, oh, anytime. Well, I'm here for you guys, you gentlemen. Ladies, it was nice to almost meet you. And Frankie's like, it's better if you don't meet. He's like, I get it. I'm all right. Francis is sitting in the front seat. Luciano gets out of his seat, walks around to Francis' seat, opens the door up for him. Francis gets out. He takes his phone that he's been calling this past 20 minutes on and just crushes the thing. He just rips it apart and just drops it in the front seat right there. And then Luciano walks around to your side and opens your door up at that point as well.
I'll get out and head over to the other car.
So you guys are walking over to the other car. Luciano walks over, greets the driver of the car. They talk for a little bit. The driver hands him a new phone. And then the driver he just walks down the street. He just walks off. He doesn't get in the car with Joey or anything. He just walks off at this point. Luciano goes around to the passenger side, lets Francis in, opens up both bath doors for you and Montana at that point, and says to you ladies, all right, have a seat. We'll be driving for a bit.
All right.
Montana gets in the back seat and she's like, so you both of you sit down, and she just kind of leans into you quietly and just says to you, she's like, I'm still okay with this trip, but I don't know where we're going. So
Yeah, I'm gonna lean in and be like, I really hope these guys are legit. But if they're not, I mean, I got your back.
well, I appreciate that. I can take care of myself to some sense, but I do appreciate that. Let's just see where this night goes. This is an interesting evening. I can say that.
Interesting is a word for it. Mm-hmm.
So she kind of like relaxes in the back seat and everything. And so Luciano shuts the doors, sits in the front seat, and then he pulls out of the Circle K parking lot, drives along, and he drives down some side streets again. You are driving back towards the freeway again, and he pulls over and it's a neighborhood, but he just pulls over and he just turns around and he's looking at Francis, but he's also looking at the two of you in the back seat. And he's like, so, I guess this is as good a place as any to talk. And Francis just says, I think we can let formalities drop at this point. So ladies, Lucy here has been on the phone, making lots of phone calls, checking to see where you've been, where we're going, where we're supposed to go, how the dots line up and connect together, and how it all lines up in different ways. I gotta say, well, he looks at you, Brittany. He just looks at you and he's like, "What, Yeva? Is that the name you gave me earlier? Is that what you said?
No, sir, it is not.
What was the name you gave me earlier? Sorry,
Kina.
Kina. Yeah, Kina. So you've been into some stuff. It looks like you've been busy, which is good. It's good you've been busy.
That's my job.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
Lucy turns around and looks at you and says, "By the way, Daddy says hi."
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we really aren't keeping any secrets, are we?
Well, I had to follow up to see what we knew. Track, you've got some powerful friends. I gotta say that. That's all I gotta say. So when we track to see who knows what, and like if so this is I don't understand. I just are you royal? Is that kind of how that works with being who your dad is? Are you like a princess or something?
Um, that's. I mean,
Do I need a bow and some shit to you or now or just...
you know how rare we are. It's just a local thing. I mean, back in the old country, maybe, but
Yeah, back in the old country, my country too, things are different too. Yeah,
this is America.
Yeah, no, okay, all right, I get it. Yeah, Miss Montana, you're a mystery. I don't understand you because you're one of us and not one of us. And Montana's just like, I I'm not really sure what you mean, but I'm flattered. Thank you very much. And he's like, no, there's not a whole lot on you. Like I was able to track down like through cousins and mom and everything like that with Kina over here some different things. But you've done some stuff like I don't know. So here's what we got.
I will interject. By the by the way, it's perhaps a little rude of me to bring this up now, but I did give you a false name back there, just as a precaution.
No,
But
it's okay. It made a little harder to find you on questions.
well, I
know.
mean that was kind of the idea.
No, it's okay. I
But
mean, like, as far as Kevin Bacon route goes, I mean, if you gave me the real name, it would have been 4 phone calls. But because you give me the wrong Kevin Bacon name, I'm doing 15 phone calls at that point. It was harder to find, but I was able to get stuff on you.
it is. My name is Yeva.
Yeah, that's why the boss said that and everything. So
I know. I just wanted to, come clean now that we're all laying cards out on the table.
Montana's like, Yeva, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
And then and she's like, well, my name is Montana, and the boys are like, yeah, we got that, Miss Divine, we've got you and your business, and not really sure what you're up to and stuff, but I mean, and Francis just says, Luciano, let me take over at this point, ladies. If who Luciano's been speaking to, and the track and record that he's gone through, it looks as if Gaia has brought us together. And I can say that openly now because we're in a clean car, we're in a clean neighborhood, and I can just say Gaia has brought us here together, has led us here. Okay. We were going to take you to our hidey hole, but Lucy's done some calls and looks like we got to take you somewhere else. We got to take you to see the Chinaman.
Like in Chinatown?
Yeah, well, like Los Angeles Chinatown, but it's still Chinatown. We gotta get you there because
What's down there?
well, there's some people you're gonna meet tonight. And I don't even pretend to understand rituals and signs and how all that works. I don't get it. We got some star seekers and everything. They say, and they read dreams and stuff. They say that we are supposed to drop you off to meet the cat and bird, whatever the hell that means. So we're going to Chinatown so you can meet a cat and bird. I don't know. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, seeing as who I am. I'm taking a cat to go meet a cat. I don't really like that so much, but that's kind of where it's at.
Does this have to do with Mr. Lancaster?
He is tertiary at this point. He's part of the story, part of the background, part of what's going on. Well, yeah, we can take care of Lancaster. That's not.
So, so the story that I was following
Open some other doors.
So Mr. Lancaster's small potatoes is what you're saying.
Yeah, Lancaster works for a big business. I don't know if you. I know you've touched and smelled some places that you shouldn't be sniffing. So I don't know if you know the big business as he's involved with or not. So
Not yet. I was just teasing out that thread.
all right. So he's part of that, but there's some other bigger players. Okay. So what's happening is you guys are going to get your own squad together. You guys are going to get your own little motley crew together of if, ands, and buts, and meet together and do your own thing. In I don't know, some kind of training battleground. I don't know, Hojo Dojo thing. I don't know what you're supposed to do, but I just know we're supposed to go. We're supposed to take you to see the Chinaman, so you can go see the greasy guy. What's his name? What's that?
The greasy guy.
Yeah, he's the greasy guy and Yogi.
Is the greasy guy the cat or the bird?
No, he's not either one. He's different.
All right. Well,
He's not supposed to exist. That's the fun stuff about him, and I don't get it. I don't understand. And then
this is clear as mud.
What's that?
This is clear as mud. Where's my notepad?
Okay. Yeah, you can take some notes. As you're chatting, you guys are talking, and Montana at first was very aware of the situation, seeing what's going on, but she is rigid now, like rigor mortis rigid in the seat next to you. So Frankie and Francis and Luciano are talking to both of you. They have not noticed that Montana is just sitting like this. Eyes are just deadlocked forward, and she's just stiff. Not scared, rigor mortis stiff.
I'm gonna like put my hand down subtly, put my hand down on her knee and just like squeeze her knee.
Her leg is tense. Like you know when you're running, how your muscles get all tense and everything, they're like just from activity. That's her. You can feel that on her upper leg, just above the knee. You can feel her leg is just tense. You don't you feel warmth coming from her leg, so you know she's alive. But that's kind of all you can tell at this point.
All right. Are they is their attention still on me?
Yeah, they're still chatting. So they're talking and everything, so they don't notice that you grabbing the leg at that point.
Okay. I don't want to talk to her directly, and if they're gonna notice me doing it, so I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll just keep my hand like on her leg, like a subtle I'm acknowledging you kind of thing.
Okay.
For now.
So Francis is talking about taking to see the Chinaman in Chinatown, everything like that. And then Luciano looks at Montana and he's like, I gotta ask. I just gotta. So what the hell are you? I don't get it. You're hey, what is she okay?
You know, she's probably just a little worried about what this is all about.
No. I bet you could slap her right now and she wouldn't even react. And look at her face; it's tight.
All right, I bet
you can't even open that mouth on hers. You know,
I'm gonna actually look at her.
Yeah, she's just tight. Everything about her is just rock solid, just sitting there. Everything is tense about her. Face is tense. Everything's tense on her.
I'm gonna grab for her hand and like try and relax her hand.
You can't move the hand. It's just like, again, it's almost like rigor mortis. Like you can't move hand, fingers. It's just her whole body is locked tight.
Honey, are you okay?
No response. Francis is like, what happened to her? What's going on?
I don't know. I haven't seen this before.
Luciano's like, do we what boss? I don't know. Is she dead? Like, I'm
gonna feel for her pulse.
Give me perception and alertness. Difficulty is 8. Because you got to wedge your finger. Like, what are you sensing for? Because you can't get your hand like really easy.
If I can feel her wrist, because I've already got her hand in my hand, right?
Yeah.
So I'll feel her wrist, and if I can't get anything there, I'll go for the throat.
Okay.
Difficulty what?
Difficulty 8 on the wrist.
1. Oh wait, okay. If I got a 10, but I also got a 1, can I still roll the 10? But then
Yeah.
Or does it cancel out before I get to roll it again?
No. The 1 is a negative, and you can still re-roll that 10 to see where it goes.
Okay, still 1.
Okay. So you got 1 success.
Yeah. With the 1, I got 1 success.
Okay. You feel a heartbeat. It's faint, but you do feel a heartbeat. So like you put your fingers underneath the wrist, you're just gonna wedge them underneath there. And you're like, at first you're like, I don't feel anything. But then after sitting there long enough, you do feel there's a heartbeat there.
I'm gonna put my ear or like try and find feel for her breath.
You've got a pocket mirror, I'm sure. You've got something in your your pouch.
Yeah, sure.
So
I'll
you
do
pull that out. She has breath, but it's not heavy. And her mouth is closed, but it does come from underneath the nose. You can see it fogging up on the mirror.
And her eyes look like glazed over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this a medical thing?
So are you saying that out, or are you trying to figure that out? Like,
Talking.
Francis is just like, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. I mean, I've seen the opposite. I've seen somebody with the epilepsy when they're like twitching on the ground. I've seen that.
Yeah, not that. Wait, okay, could I use primal urge to sense anything?
Um, Jerome, help me out here. If she's using primal urge, like just kind of sensing for magic, like to sense if there's something magical about it, is that like a good die roll for that?
Maybe.
So use perception primal urge. Difficulty will keep it 8. Zero. You don't sense anything.
Oh.
Well, Luciano's like, boss, I don't know what to do. I mean, and so she looks at you as like, is she living? I see you with the mirror and all that stuff. And you're touching her and everything. Is she alive?
She's got a pulse.
Francis is like, I ain't never seen nothing like this. She's like us, but she's not like us. I don't know if this is something that her kind does. I don't know what it is. Luciano, call the Chinaman. He's like, all right. He takes up the phone, and he's on the phone, and he's making some phone calls, and he starts talking to somebody, and then he's like, he says to look at her, like if you can get her eye to eye, look in her eyes, and if you can see it, what? I know what. He says if you can get if you can see a glitter in her eyes or a glimmer, I don't know. So see if you can see something, sparkle, glimmer in her eye.
All right, I'm gonna maneuver, like kind of move over to her lap a little bit and try and like look her square in the face.
Okay, so you can do it. I mean, you're like, it's awkward as hell because you've got to like put like one knee between her knees to do that, and you're like kneeling in a seat between her and everything like that, between where you were. So you can get in there, but it's
taking a bit of liberties.
Yeah.
She's not really there to give permission.
So yeah, you're like climbing on top of her, and you're trying to get right. And so you're like
yeah.
face to face, looking right in her eyes. He says, "Oh yeah." So it's like, so you're looking in her eye to eye, and you don't know what the hell he's talking about. You're like, I'm looking for a glimmer, So, give me perception and primal urge again. This time's difficulty 6. Great. All right. So yeah, looking into her eyes, you sense that she's there, but she's somewhere else at the same time. You can actually, looking into her eyes, she's alive, she's there, You sense a presence, but there's something magical about it that she's there and not there at the same time.
Maybe this is like a mental kind of thing. Maybe she's I don't know, telepathic or something. Not telepathic, like when they send their mind like traveling. I don't
Oh,
know.
like Doctor Strange when he like took his
Yeah,
body out and stuff.
yeah, maybe that I don't know. Is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell she is. Maybe they do that. I don't know.
So do we wait for her to come back or do we head out and hope she catches up with us?
I don't know. So he's like, hold on. He's talking on the phone, talking in Italian again. He says, we're supposed to wait because if we drive and she is astrally projecting, if she's astrally projecting and we drive, we may. I don't even know. I mean, it's like I'm talking Chinese here. He says we might sever the bond. So we're supposed to stay here. So I
Oh,
don't know.
we definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. All of a sudden, her body, you're on her, and she's rigid, and her body becomes lifelike at this point. Like it's no longer rigid. It's like starts to relax, and you're right up in her face, like talking Luciano, but you're like right there, right in her face, and she's looking at you, and she's just like, well, hello. Um, so and
Oh, you're
she grabs your shoulder.
back.
She's like grabbing your shoulder, going, I didn't know we had that kind of relationship yet.
Uh, sorry about that. We were just worried about you.
And she's looking around and she's like, honey, if you don't mind, could you get off me?
I'm gonna sit over here again.
How did you get on me, by the way? Last thing I remember, Luciano's on the phone and we were driving, and now we're not, and
Well,
you're mounting me, and
oh, it, it's not personal. I was just
no, it's personal.
okay. So you just went really stiff, and like I wanted to try and see if you were like alive. And they said something about looking in your eyes. You have very lovely eyes, I must say.
Thank you, so do you. Thank you.
Um, yeah, sorry about that. They said that we should just wait.
So you're saying I was
You went
described again?
you went somewhere, like you were,
How long was I gone?
oh, 5-10 minutes.
I I don't. I mean, we were
5 minutes.
driving and then we weren't. I don't. I don't know what happened. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what happened. And
Uh,
she looks up front of Frankie and Luciano. She's like, "Did you boys do something to me? Is this something that did you put something? Did you roofie me?"
do you are you prone to seizures or anything?
Nope. This is I don't. What you're describing, I've never done before.
Oh, well, that's worrisome.
I
How
don't.
are you feeling?
I feel fine. I feel tense, like I just got through working out. Like my body kind of feels like I just got through
Yeah,
working out.
you were all like frozen up, like your muscles were all just super tense.
I know I've never had anything like that before.
I couldn't like uncurl your fingers. It was just super tight.
um, so I don't know. So let's go forward. Where are we going from here? Because I don't
Uh,
know where we are. I don't even know how we got here at this point. Where are we going from here?
we we just pulled out into this neighborhood to talk for a minute, and then we noticed you like that. But we're apparently going to Chinatown to meet some people, and
More people. Is this where? And she looks at Francis like, this is where you were taking us to?
This is a change of plans.
Oh,
On
well, let's do this.
Gaia.
Can boys, can you drive and she can catch me up and we can I just need a recoup. And she's like, she's doing the whole like, you know, almost delicate lady kind of thing. Like, I just need a moment. They're like, oh no, it's okay, Montana. It's all right. We'll give you some time. You girls, yeah, freshen up and talk back there.
You need some water?
She's like, I'm gonna be fine. I need a drink, but not water.
Maybe they have something where we're going.
Yeah. Well, let's see how that works. So she's like, she's talking to you. You're kind of like visiting in the back, and you catch her up on everything that they said about Chinatown and all that kind of thing. So you guys are driving. So let's get over here to Stacy and Rachel. So we have got Kagami and Jen have been last we left them, they were put in separate rooms, and you guys know where your own rooms are. Did they provide you with a change of clothes for the ceremony, or because I remember Kagami brought clothes, but you really weren't sure how you were supposed to dress?
Yeah.
I can't remember if they give you anything.
They didn't give me anything. No, I remembered to pack like a nice dress this time.
Okay.
So I have one. I just didn't know for last time. Now I know.
All right. So you're dressing up nicely, and then Jen,
Yeah.
you're doing the same thing, just wearing, because it's a. They've mentioned it's a ceremony and meeting is what you're going to be at.
Yeah, so the same kimono and everything that I wore for the tea ceremony, most likely.
Okay. You're given it like you're probably in there about an hour. So after about an hour of time, you do know where each other's rooms are. They did say they were going to come and get you, but do you get bored after a while and go check on each other, or do you just wait for them to come and get you?
Wait, she's got her mangas to read.
There you go.
What?
Comics.
Kagami's got her
Oh,
comment.
right, yeah, I gotta get caught up. I gotta get caught
Yeah.
up. But I still like might have questions, so I might see if it's cool if like I read in her room. That
Yeah,
way, if I
cool.
like don't understand something, I can ask.
Yeah, you got to get caught up. She passes her a book.
Yeah.
Okay, so after about an hour's time, no one comes to get you. You're gonna leave your room and go over to Kagami's room.
Right.
Okay. So Kagami, you got to knock on the door. She's right outside your door.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, come in.
So
She's like on the whatever floor mat thing they have for seating. And she's got a stack of her books, her suitcase kind of flung open to the side a little bit. And she just got her stuff open, like scattered. Like she's been here a while.
you made yourself at home.
Yeah.
You probably got dressed in the first 20 minutes, and then you're like, I'm reading now.
Yeah.
Did you give me ones to read, or you were just like wanting? I can't remember.
I gave you a list of ones to read that she had with her that you could read while she reads some too. So
Okay.
they're probably like stacked there, but you probably finished the one that she gave you on the plane or something. So
Yeah.
she's like, oh yeah, I forgot. You can need the second book for that series. Here you go.
Okay. So I'll take the book, and then I guess
You can chill.
is there a place? If there's a place to sit, I'll just hang there and read then.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
That's what
it's
she was
an
doing
open
too. Just
area.
gonna hang out. Yeah.
You know, and Kagami's open. She's inviting enough that if you wanted to say, like, is it all right if I stay and read? She'll, you can go.
Yeah.
You know, it's
She's like,
So yeah.
yep,
So
good.
that way, if I don't understand any of this, if I have any questions, you can explain it to me. I'm not super familiar with this stuff.
Oh, totally. Don't worry, I got you. You can
all
start
right. So you guys, so you were left alone for about an hour, and now you're reading about an hour. So you're back reading. You ask questions back and forth. So you've been by yourself for about 2 hours. Hold on, sorry. Limdon shows up at Kagami's door. Actually, sorry. There's a knock at your door, Kagami.
Oh, she'll get up and kind of dog ear the page. She's like, oh, that must be them. So she'll stand up and kind of like fix herself and go to the door and open it.
It's Limdon outside. When you open the door, he bows to you. He's like, Mistress Kagami, is Jen with you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's over here. Kind of steps aside and points over to her, awkwardly reading. I see. I imagine her just kind of laying on her stomach with her legs like bent up in the air and reading like this.
So he's like, oh, okay. So you are we are ready for you to come to the meeting area where we can discuss with the elder here of what the next step of your journey is. Are you ladies ready to go?
I'll
We've just been waiting.
I'll be standing up and make sure to also bow and say I'm ready.
I help like straighten out her kimono and whatever, like just kind of up at the back, fix it.
Okay, so you guys are straightening each other up. So he's like he sees you getting each other dressed and everything, or just adjusting each other, and he just says, I will wait in the hall for you till you are ready. Please join me when you are ready.
We're ready, right? So she looks
Yep,
up.
ready.
Okay. All right. She grabs like, I don't know if she needs anything after this, but she's gonna grab like a little handbag or whatever with her. She doesn't know if they're going anywhere, so.
So you guys, you just grab your handbag, you leave the books there, and your suitcase that you have, and all that.
Yeah, I grab my phone with me though, but because I don't know if we're where we're going, I just know to get ready. So.
You grab your phone. Roll intelligence alertness. Difficulty is 5.
Okay, but I gotta pull it up on here. Is it a D10 dice roll?
Wow.
I don't have my dice with me again. Okay. We want.
Actually, it wouldn't be intelligence. No, that's fine.
What am I rolling?
I would actually say intelligence and it's not alertness as I'm looking at. It's maybe rituals. Do rituals because it's just knowing what you should be doing. But it's still difficulty 5. You don't have to, go ahead, but you're fine. But it's just
Just
intelligence that gets difficulty 5.
Yeah. Okay, so roll time. 1.
That's fine. So you didn't botch. So to put your phone on silent.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Well, if you botched, you would not have known to do that. So.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm difficult. It's an easy difficulty, but you're like, this is a new situation for you. You could have easily been overwhelmed to forget something like that. So, so you're walking down the hallway, and you're like, oh shoot, and you just quickly put that on silent as you're walking through. When you walk down the hallway, you hear them fighting down the hall. You can hear, for Rachel, for you, it sounds like a full-on battle's going on. Like maybe someone has burst into this place and they're trying to fight their way in here to you. That's your first instinct. Like there's a battle going on in the next room, and you're gonna have to prepare to defend yourself or haul ass to get out of here. But that's the direction that you're walking right now.
Like towards that?
Yeah, you're walking towards that battle noise.
She visibly starts slowing her roll a little bit. Like, is everything okay up there?
Stacy, this is just practice. They are doing you can tell from some of the shouts and some of the things that are being said that someone's teaching a lesson, and that that it's not a battle. It's just they're practicing against each other.
Yeah. So I'll just tell her, no worries. They're just sparring. Everything's fine.
Are we going towards them? Are they gonna make us do that too?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
dressed for that.
Probably not, given that they told us how we should be dressed like this. So
Okay.
they could be preparing for a demonstration or part of the ceremony. I'm not sure, but it could also have nothing to do with it. It's just in the same area, and they're just sparring and practicing. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a it's a dojo. It's what we do.
So you turn a corner, and as you're walking, you can see them. They are in this room, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're sparring, but they're sparring with weapons, and they're not sparring with wooden weapons. They've got like butterfly sword. They've got metal weapons out, and they are full on intense, and they're good. So um, Rachel, for you, you're like, this is right out of an anime. This is like,
Yeah, she's like
holy
grinning ear
crap.
to ear. She's like, "What?"
Yeah, you're like, you've never seen anything like this before. This is a battle scene out of an anime, and you're like, wow.
What's the age range of these guys? Like, are they cute?
Oh yeah,
Just
oh yeah.
stand on the
They're-
ground.
yeah. They are built.
What's their appearance?
They're buff, and so like, and you're like, wait, let's go this direction,
You know, I've seen this anime.
Stacy, Jen is also, you're pretty impressed with the fight moves that they're doing. You're
I'm
familiar.
itching to get in there, honestly.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, that's Limdon's leading you. He's just a few steps ahead of you. Do you say something to him about where you're going, or like?
I don't think I'm gonna say anything. I don't want. I mean, if they're close enough that I can see them, I don't want to say something and disrupt that. I'm
It's
just
Totally
like
gonna be her excuse to
visibly
talk to one of the guys.
excited. I don't think I'm gonna mention. I'm just gonna keep following. We're going to something formal.
right.
I just want to go do what we need to go do.
So the direction that you're going, it's about 20 feet ahead, and it's an open doorway. They're practicing on the other side of that doorway. The hallway you're walking down, it does branch off in a T area. So as you're walking, there are two directions to go to the right as you come close to the door. Limdon walks right up to it and like just turns left. So he does not go in the room. He's walking you right past that entryway. So he's bringing you to a brand new area. Rachel, you probably would stop just because, again, you've never seen anything like this in person. You've seen things on TV before and in movies. But to see this level of skill in person, you've never seen this before. So you probably would stop and again, the guys are good looking, so they're
She's gonna take out her phone and take pictures. She's like resisting the urge, but she knows that's rude.
and then Stacy, when she stops, you stop with her.
Yeah. I think more so though, like I know we probably shouldn't be hanging out watching this right now. We haven't been invited. It's supposed to be somewhere else. So I'll probably stop, but it might be more so like
Sure.
one
Right.
trying to get her to leave, like
She's like, "Oh God, all
you need
right."
to not be here. It's not our space.
Yeah, so you're in guide mode. You're like, we gotta move, So you're not stopping, like she's stopping because she's in rapture of what's going on. You're stopping because she stopped, and you're like, we need a turn now. So exactly. So you turn her, you walk along, and Limdon says, there will be time, I think, later for you to observe. And then he looks at Jen and he just says, or if you would like to spar with them, there may be time for that as well. But the meeting, they are waiting for us now.
Okay, let's do this. I don't know what this is, but we'll do that.
So he walks you down the hallway, and as you get further down the hallway, it's a nicer area. It's still well lit, but it's a nicer area you're going to. The doors all close as you come along. You come to an area. It's got the beads that go along, but the beads have been held aside so that this is obviously where you're supposed to go through. They're pinned aside to welcome you in. When he walks up to it, he bows at the entrance. And then steps to the side, and gestures for you ladies to walk in the room.
Are we supposed to bow first? Can I roll like? I don't know if there's something I can roll to know that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be your intelligence and rituals.
What freaking rituals, man! I need to buy I need to spend some XP. All right, let's do. I got 3, 10, 9, 10.
There you go. And then Stacy, you don't have to roll for this. This is
Yeah, I was like, my intention is to do what he did.
Yeah, well, you were raised in this environment, so you know what you're supposed to do. So you both go up, and with 3 successes, Rachel, you do a perfect bow the way you're supposed to do the bow walking in. So and Stacy, of course, you do the same. So you walk in. When you come into the room, there is a large circular table in the center of the room. The circular table, at the table, you see Basukos is sitting there. And Zanshi is also at the table. Have you? No, Zanshi, you have not met. You've met
That's
Tokugama.
me.
What's that?
I said, well, I'm Zenshi is my actual name.
Right. Sorry.
It was
Tokugama. So
Tokugama, yeah.
Basukos and Tokugama are already at the table right now. The 2 you ladies walk in. You can fit 12 people at this table. So Basukos is there. Tokugawa is there, and there is an older man, bald, that is wearing like it's a gi, but it's like a formal gi that he's wearing. So it almost looks as if, so Stacy, you would recognize that this gi it's functional. It can be used for fighting, but it's made of a material that's very, it's a formal kind of, like almost like a dress, like a dress blues for the army kind of thing. It's just a higher material and everything. And the gentleman is sitting at the other side of the table. He is old, but some people, when they're really older and they're in good shape, you just can't tell how old they are.
Yeah.
But he's old. Like, he could be between 70 and 120. You have no idea.
He's like Yoda, like, old but badass kind of situation.
Yes, there you go. You see him at that table. He absolutely does not exhibit frailty. He just the way he's sitting at the table. He's not a Gandhi kind of person. He exhibits power. He exudes power at the table. And Rachel, that's probably the first thing that you see is a human Yoda at the table there. It's just, you see this powerful guy at the table, and he's sitting between Basukos and Tagama. Okay, so you bow. When you bow, they nod their heads to bow, and Tokugawa says, "Ladies, enter."
And she'll enter. Follow the lead.
So
Okay,
it's a round table. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna sit until I'm like directed, just in case there's a certain seating. So I'm gonna kind of wait before I go to sit down. I'll like go towards the table and just kind of look to indicate, like, is there a certain place that I should be?
Okay. And then Rachel, you kind of just going with her lead at this point?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys walk to the head of the table, you look around like, where are we supposed to sit, kind of thing. Tokugama says, good choice. Kagami, sit next to Basukos. Zanshi, sit next to me. So now you guys are separated, because so now it goes Kagami, Basukos, the old man, Tagawa, and then Zanshi at the end. So all the 5 of you will be sitting on that end of the table.
Okay.
So you guys have to separate to go around the table to sit down at that point. So you walk around, and as you approach your chair, you didn't see there are servants or people helping that are there, but they were so good at like standing in the background that you didn't notice them there. They were standing still well enough in the background that as soon as you approach your chair and you pull your chair out, they actually take the chair from you and pull it out for you so that they're helping you sit.
Thank you.
I sit and I
Mhm.
like acknowledge, like, thank you.
There's nothing on the table. Like they had mentioned a tea ceremony at one point. There's no tea. There's nothing on the table when you guys sit down. Um, uh, they look at each other, and the older man nods at Togawa, and Togawa and says to you two, and he just says, um, "Have you become comfortable with one another?"
I'll just answer yes.
You have embarked upon this journey to travel together for by the will of Gaia. You are here today. Um, it's your life has led you to this point so that you may move forward, bringing honor to your families and bringing honor back to this land once again. Master Yang, he has run this dojo for quite some time. And when he says that, Yang just he smiles like it's an imperceptible smile, but like it's not like he, but like you know, when he's like when he says for a long time, it's like it's almost like a hidden joke. Like he's like, just kind of like almost like a smirk. And so, um, he has trained many here within this dojo, within this house. Um, those of changing breeds, of all changing breeds, have been welcome to train under Master Yang. Kagami, you have no formalized training for combat. Is this correct?
Yep.
And Yang kind of shakes his head, like, it's almost like if you just found out like somebody's Japanese and you find out they don't speak Japanese. So like, so he's like, you've had no formal training. So he's just kind of shaking his head, like,
And she
you
kind of
know,
squirms. She's like, oh. Kind of like, oh man, I failed that question.
do you speak Japanese?
Parents are your fault.
Me, I would assume I do. I'm
Yeah,
Japanese.
you're full blood Japanese. Sorry. Stacy, do you speak Japanese?
No. English, and well, she's been teaching me a few words.
Yeah, we've been kind of
But
teaching each other.
yeah,
Okay.
we're trying to learn each other's languages.
Yang says in Japanese, and he has a funny accent, like it's almost an older dialect. Almost, it's just but he says something in Japanese to you, and he just says, "It, little one, it is not fault of your own." So when you were squirming about when he said, "Have you been trained in combat?" and you said you're like squirming about that,
Yeah.
Yang's just like, little one, it is through no fault of your own.
I know. Some of us are fighters, some of us aren't. That's okay.
I disagree. We are all fighters. We all have other skills as well. So as water may become steam and also become ice, water is water. So you must be trained. Are you open to accept this liquid training?
Yeah. Like no
Um,
question.
and then do you speak Chinese now, or I can't remember?
haven't bought the dot for it yet because I feel like if you're gonna know it, it takes more than a couple game sessions.
Oh yeah. So again,
I
Stacy
haven't bought a
taught
dot
you.
yet. I've got a
She's
couple
taught you
words
a
here
couple
and there.
words.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's taught you a couple words, and so Yang looks at you, and Jen, and he's just like, Zanshi, your training has gone very well. You are exemplary. You have the combat of the human, and you have the combat of your breed. Do you feel ready for battle?
I can always learn more, but I feel I am ready.
And then he switches to English at that point. And he says, there will be others coming on this next leg of your journey. Their combat abilities are varied. You will learn from Zanshi, and you will learn from the masters within the new changing breed dojo that you are leading and going to. There are 5 masters there that have started. You're going there to complete the training and to learn from one another. Each one of you has skills that you will learn from each other. There are different combat styles. Zanshi, there is another one there that is not as good as you with hand-to-hand combat, but with an axe, this one could cleave you in two. So this one can teach you with weapons, even your favorite weapon. So you too,
am eager to learn.
this is good. Ladies, you have entered a new world. Not just this physical world of North America, but a new world of worm, wild, and weaver combining together to fight the darkness. The Guru have failed us. It is our responsibility to take this and move forward. Before the others arrive, are you willing not just to uproot your life and visit, but to uproot your life and to commit to this new cause?
Yes, but I gotta tell my mom first because she would be really mad at me if I didn't say anything. Just
You must
saying.
respect your elders, and this is respected.
I
Your
believe
mother,
this is what my training has led me to, and I will accept the responsibility.
My mom just wants me out of the house. She's not gonna complain.
Zanshi, your family is well connected within what is happening here. You are specifically chosen and trained your entire life to be here today. Kagami, Gaia has led us to you. So you may feel a bit as a puzzle that is trying to find their place, as a puzzle piece within the puzzle, but you do fit and you will find your placement here. Your respect of your elder for your mother, yes. We would ask that you use the house phone to call your mother. It is secure, whereas your device is not.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'll probably get her voicemail anyway, but yeah, that's cool.
Um, You will not know where you're going. You will take 2 moon bridges to arrive at this new location that will be hidden to you to start your life anew. Um, Kagami, when you were speaking to your mother, you may say to your mother she may communicate through Limdan. He will transfer messages. Whatever she needs to say will go through Limdan and in turn will come to you. So if you need to communicate, that may happen.
Okay. Question: Can I still communicate through email and we're not going to some place that doesn't have internet, right? Like, can we still watch movies and like? We're not
He kind
completely
of
cut off from civilization, right?
he's got this big smile on his face and he says,
He's dead serious.
um, this will be difficult for you specifically, Kagami, and you will be removed from the world. You may have access to request movies to be brought into this location, and other media may be brought into this location, but it needs to be separate from the outside world so that the Weaver cannot enter this environment. It has been specifically been protected and blocked from all net spiders. So the internet will not be accessible.
She kind of looks like she kind of closes her eyes and goes, "Okay, guy, you're asking a lot, but okay. I hope you're right." She kind of does the whole pray thing of, "Oh, please, let this be the right choice." She's questioning life choices right now, but she believes in Gaia, so we're gonna do it.
Again, media can be brought within. Um, he looks to Basukos next to him. Basukos just starts laughing. And Basukos, he like, remember he's Native American, just turns to you. He's like, honey, what the best we can do is DVDs. So give me a list of DVDs and I'll make that happen. I can't get you MP3s. I can't get you, anything within a hard drive or anything like that. I can go a little bit old tech, get you
I can
DVDs
go
in
look.
here. So
I'm fine with that.
I see your books. I can get you books. Again, nothing digital analog. It's all going to be paper. Okay.
That's fine.
I can get you if you want current newspapers. It might be like a week at a date, but I can get you about. It might take a week to get to you to make sure they're clean, that nothing's attached onto it.
But actually, can you get me some like drawing books and paper and stuff? I'm totally gonna start my own comic from this.
Um, Yang looks at you and says, paper will is do you are you drawing or are you practicing with calligraphy?
Drawing?
So we
Art?
can yes, this is yes, this is a classic medium. We can make sure that you have a book and ink and describe to Basukos what you need and he will make sure that you have that.
Totally.
That
Okay.
that is welcome.
I can do this.
Um so and then Yang looks at you, Jen, and he says, what you have been trained your life to this point. Is there anything that you see that you have seen with your eyes have seen more of the world to this point? Is there something that you see that you may want? Now, Stacy, you might even look over at Kagami at this point because she's introduced you to a whole new world.
Yeah, well,
Like
that's what I was thinking as I was like, well, if Kagami has her book, can Kagami bring the book she already has? Her own books.
I'll see why not. I mean,
I'm just making because they said that they had to be clean. So
We
I just wanted,
Oh.
she wants me to continue reading this set of books. So I want to make sure, can these books come
they
so that I
they,
can
they may come. Um,
you can get your own set too. He said anything, so I can totally write a list for you.
True.
Kagami, Bazooka says something to Yang, and Yang looks at Kagami, looks at Bazooka kind of confused and says, I don't understand. And Bazooka turns back to you and just says, he's like, all right, I gotta say, your manga, I don't know how you grade those. Are they CGC graded? Do you care about all that, or is it just you just want the books? Because if they're going to cleanse them, they're going to get a little sprinkle wet.
Wait, so you're talking about literally cleaning my books?
No. It's just it's a ritual ceremony where they have to like.
Oh, it's
know,
fine.
Okay,
No, they're
so
durable. No, you're
I
good.
mean, it's as simple as like I don't want to take a Green Hornet, comic book number one and like
Oh
throw some
no, she
water on it. It's going
travels
to
with
ruin
all
it.
of
I'm
them.
not sure how your manga works with all that.
No,
So
they're worn. They're meant to. The way she sees, they're meant to be read. If she was a collector, she wouldn't be carrying them with her in her suitcase.
and Basuko, she's like, we're okay. So
Yeah.
Yang just says, so ladies, the two of you, if you need something, discuss what you will need. You may take whatever you want that is not electronic with you to the new location. You may not take anything electronic within the moon bridge. For it won't work, but it may destroy itself or may cause wildings to come to it within the moon bridge, and it will draw others to us that we don't want there. So
Trees. I mean, I'm just curious. Like, is that going to be supplied like shampoo and soap and whatever?
everything that you need to live there will be there. Yes, there is meat, vegetables, fruit. Everything that you need is there. And from what we understand from your dietary needs, there's nothing specific for you two ladies. Some of the others that are come have a little more specific dietary needs that we will align to, but we will accommodate all that as needed. So
I don't need much else. I would like to learn about these things that Kagami has introduced me to, but my life is in the dojo. I don't do much outside of that to have other interests that I would right now know to need to be brought. I train. It's what I do.
so with training, Limdon mentioned that you both seemed very curious with the sparring that you passed by on the way here. You are welcome to observe and participate as you wish back in that area.
I have not been able to train and work out since leaving home. I need to spar, to practice. Um, so yes, I would like to be able to change and go into the dojo.
Then you are welcome to go within the dojo. The only rule that I would say is that it has to be mundane. You may not use anything of your breed.
Um,
If you would like
when you
to,
say mundane, are we speaking only hand to hand then,
no,
or
you may use your
may I use
weapon.
my weapon?
You may use your weapon,
Okay.
but retrieve your weapon here before entering the dojo. There are many within the dojo that are not of the changing breed. They do not, that are unaware this is an open class of others that are there. So everything should be non-magical that you do within the dojo fighting setting.
May I then, if I will be going to my room to change, may I retrieve my weapon there?
Absolutely. You may do that.
Okay.
Miss Kagami, you are not ready to
No.
spar at this level, but you are more than welcome to come and sit upon the outside seeing to observe the sparring. Or do you want to just return to your room while Jen does her practice?
Uh, well, I will return to my room, but I want to change and call my mom, but I will definitely come back. I'm not turning down that invitation.
We will bring
I'm
a
looking
phone.
at her going, "What?"
We will bring a phone to you that you may call your mom.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So it is best at this point. How attached are you to your phone? Are there pictures or anything upon that phone that you need to take off of there? Or is there anything?
I mean, I'd like to be able to still have the information that's on it. So, what's going to happen to my phone itself? Can it just be turned off and retrieved at a later point? Can I save it to or send it to someone to hold on to?
What we will do is, and Yang looks kind of like he's struggling for words at this point. Basuko says, we'll clone your phone, toss the old one, destroy the old one, and have your clone phone ready to go. As far as tracking purposes, it will remove whatever's attached from the old world and it will destroy it at that point.
Okay, I mean, I think I'm confused. I just don't want to lose the stuff. Maybe I should
You
just
won't
send it
lose
back to my
anything.
mom.
We'll clone it. We'll clone everything from that phone onto a new phone. It'll be a new device. Everything is moving to the new device, shutting
Okay.
that device off, and then destroying the old phone. And you can call your mother upon the phone we provide for you, so that
Oh,
because
okay.
the phones within this household are secure.
Okay, so I'm allowed to keep it for now, but once we go to the new place, I won't be able to take it with me.
Yes.
So I guess that's what I mean is like at that point where we're ready to move on from this place, can we just send this phone to my mom so she can hold on to it so I don't lose it?
We will hold the phone for you. You can
Okay.
put all the information. We'll clone the phone. We'll hone the clone phone for you.
Okay, that's
Um,
fine. Just as long as it doesn't get destroyed, because
no,
memories.
no, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So, all right. So I think we are at a good place to stop at this point. So we've got we've got Jen going off to sparring, first changing for the room and then sparring. We've got Kagami going to room to call mom and then to observe the sparring. We've
Yeah.
got Montana and Kira to on travel to this new location, and we've got Katamaris and William are forming the Moon Bridge to connect everyone together at this point. So I think we're in a good place. More and
Well,
more people are reading.
and once we're all together, we'll get more screen time.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
It's the setup. What's only the third game, I think.
Fifth.
Oh,
Yes,
is
yeah,
it?
all right.
You,
And we still
you and
haven't
I
all met
missed
each
one.
other.
There's been some footwork involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting there. We've gone across the world to meet here, so we're good. So, next meeting, we are all meeting up. I'm so excited.
So the next
Oh,
game,
this no technology thing.
next
Yeah.
next game will be November 16th.
The 16th, correct. Is everybody good with that?
Should be okay.
I think so.
Can't think of anything.
I'm good.
All right, so let's plan on the 16th. We'll have Montana, who's just coming out of her a coma.
Should we plan on I know with Rachel's schedule, so should we plan on 7 and then start at 7:30 as opposed to 6:30 to accommodate?
Yeah, that was a bit rough for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, that'll work that way. That way Rachel's not stressed to get home on time and everything like that. So we'll do
Okay,
meeting
cool.
time at 7 with screen time at 7:30.
I appreciate it.
All right.
So cool. Alrighty, well, thank you all for who stopped and chatted and watched and whatnot. We had several people pipe in or watch, even though they weren't, they didn't chime in, which is okay. And so we will be back with this game on November 16th. Yay! So thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys have a good night. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
And